I'm Andrew Grayson. Let's talk fucking movies. Today I am going to give you my Wonder Woman review. Now, it seems remiss of me because every other review that I've seen, the person has done that. So there's my Wonder Woman. I don't have any bracelets. I am sorry, but that's my best effort. Um, Wonder Woman. Wonder Woman is a fucking good film. Very well done, DC. I was talking to give you a better idea. Obviously, I'll give you my thoughts on the film in a wee second. But I was talking to one of my friends who is also into comic book movies and stuff, and he says it's one of his top of all time. He loves Guardians of the Galaxy, and he's kind of compared how much he likes it to how much he likes Guardians of the Galaxy. So that's quite a big deal. But for me, Wonder Woman is the best film so far from the DC extended universe, obviously not including the Dark Knight and the older films, but from out of Man of Steel. Oh, was it better than Man of Steel? Oh, that's tough. It might not be better than Man of Steel because I really liked Man of Steel. It's up there with Man of Steel though. It is really good. So you got Man of Steel, Batman vs Superman, Suicide Squad, and now Wonder Woman. Wonder Woman is definitely better than Suicide Squad and Batman vs Superman. It could be better. I might need to see it again to tell you if it's better than Man of Steel. But I'm going on too much. Wonder Woman, it is absolutely fantastic film. The cast across the board is fantastic. Gal Gadot, I was worried about Gal Gadot before going in to see this film because she hadn't done a film where she was the crutch. She used everything that this film leaned on. She's the main character. She had to deliver as Wonder Woman, and she did. She wasn't the best actor in it. The best actor I would have probably said was Chris Pine, but I'll get to that. But for look wise, she was stunning as Wonder Woman. She was absolutely. She looked like Wonder Woman, and you believed she was Wonder Woman. She performed the action scenes incredibly well. I'm sure she had a stunt double, but there was a lot of the stuff you've seen her doing some of the action. Her chemistry with Chris Pine was fantastic, and the secondary cast behind them, she was brilliant with them. You believe the biggest compliment I can give to Gal Gadot is you believed she was Wonder Woman. You believed she was this powerful entity that could butt heads with Superman, that could butt heads with these supervillains and Batman, and she deserves a place in the Justice League. You believe this woman could turn your asshole inside out if she chose to do so. She epitomised this. Obviously, I've never really been that connected to Wonder Woman, but when you hear like a lot of women that grew up reading the comic books, and this is the Wonder Woman they've wanted to see on the big screen, and I totally understand why, because she's fantastic in it. Move on to Chris Pine. Chris Pine, he's one of my favourite actors, and he is fantastic in this film. Again, his chemistry with Gal Gadot is one of the best things in the film. You see the two of them kind of play off each other, and you believe the relationship between the two of them again. And it was a lot funnier, the film, and a lot of the humour came between Gal Gadot and Chris Pine, and it was a lot brighter. It was a lot funnier than the previous DCEU films, which is, again, you can see progress, and they see, right, they've obviously listened to the critics and what general people have been saying that they've disliked about the previous DCEU films, and they've taken that on board, and they're trying to kind of correct course, which I think they have done with this film. What else did I like about this film? The action scenes were so well shot. What I would compare it to is if you've seen Batman vs Superman. If you haven't, spoiler, don't listen to the next kind of 30 seconds. The scene where Batman jumps into the warehouse when he's saving Superman's mum, and he batters fuck out all these people. There's similar, not the same, but there's similar scenes, and it's shot in a similar way, where you see they use slow motion very well in this film, where you see some of the flips that she's doing, and I didn't know how they were going to do the lasso of truth. I thought that was going to be so goofy. I liked it. I thought what they done with it was amazing. You see her shield and her sword work and everything like that. It's fantastic. It's really good, and you do get. I like the difference between you're seeing it obviously set back in World War One, but it's obviously, you see Wonder Woman, which we think as of, because we've only seen her in Batman vs Super. You see her more modern day, and it's just dead interesting to see it in that time, see superheroes in World War One. So that was dead interesting to me as well. I still, to this day, I think Wonder Woman's got the best theme going just now, best theme music. As soon as you hear that theme, you know that's Wonder Woman. So that's probably one of my favourites, especially in the DCEU. I like the Avengers one, but they don't use that as often as I would like. But Wonder Woman's is fantastic, and I really like it. As soon as you hear that, you know it's Wonder Woman. What are some of the things I did? I think it was a wee bit too long. I think the film, that's probably one of the only negative things I would say. I think it dragged out a wee bit. I think it could have been maybe, I think it was 2.5 hours. I think if you could cut 20 minutes off. I don't know where you would cut it, but I started getting numb bum. I was just sitting for a wee while and my bum was getting quite sore because I was like, I've been here for quite a long time now. But again, that's me being pernickety. That's me I'm not really like, I'm clutching at straws to find some negative stuff about it. They keep you guessing in the film. You keep guessing, like, obviously when you see who she's going up against, it's basically the reason Wonder Woman was created was to defeat the god Ares, the god of war, and we'd kind of see that storyline play out. There's not really many links, I would say, between this film and the rest of the DCEU. There's enough to know that it's part of the DCEU, but there isn't many links to it. That's all I'm going to say because I don't want to do spoilers. But no, this is a thoroughly enjoyable film, and it's such a step in the right direction from DC with those films. It's made me more excited to see Justice League, which is exactly what you would aim to do when you put out Wonder Woman in June, and then you've got Justice League coming out in November. If Wonder Woman had come out and wasn't very good, I think that would have caused trouble for Justice League. But the fact just now, I think it's in the high 90s critic score in Rotten Tomatoes, and everybody that I've seen review it has loved it. My mates loved it. I've really liked it. I've loved it. So I would thoroughly recommend you go out and see this film as soon as you can, because it's really good as well, because obviously with Star Wars, you're getting a lot of female leads and stuff like this, and Gal Gadot holds up to that now with the DC films. She's held this film, and she was one of the best parts, if not the best part of it. So yeah, I'd thoroughly enjoy it. Score out of 10, what would I give this film out of 10? There isn't really much wrong with this film, and for the best part, one of the main reasons why I like this film, it was really simple. It was a really simple storyline that you followed. There wasn't too many people, there wasn't too many villains like we've had in past comic book films. This was a really simple film that stuck to the origin story of Wonder Woman and how she became Wonder Woman. And Gal Gadot's performance, Chris Pine's performance, and some of the secondary cast performances were absolutely fantastic. And they kept you engaged. My only flaw, obviously, a wee bit too long. So I'm going to give this film 8.5 out of 10. This is a really, really good film. I'd need to really think and consider, but it's definitely in contention with probably top 10. Would it maybe squeeze? No, I wouldn't squeeze top 5. But definitely one of the top 10 comic book films I've ever seen. So if you're interested in DC, if you're not interested in DC, get interested in DC. DC's a really good thing. Don't be one of these people that I only like Marvel. Watch all comic book films. Watch all films. Just go and enjoy this film. This is a good film. You should go out and see it. That is my recommendation. I've been Andrew Grayson. This has been Let's Talk Movies. If you like this video, hit the like button, share, subscribe. If you've got any comments, if you've seen Wonder Woman yourself, put your comments and your thoughts in the comment section. If you haven't seen it yet, just let me know if my review has made you want to go see it more or less. If you want to follow me on Twitter, I'm at Andolph the Grey. This has been Let's Talk Movies. I'm Andrew Grayson. Peace out, motherfuckers.